Oh, I'm so angry. I'm gonna get so angry and go Hulk mode. Ah.
Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of our new series called PFF Series Recaps, where we recap a TV series we've all seen. So today that will be WandaVision. There's 2 more episodes coming out this Friday and next week. So we're just going to take you back, starting with episode 7. And we're just going to recap the whole series with you. So that's our new one. And we got another series called PFF Music Reacts, where much like our trailer series, we're going to react to new music videos or new songs, by all these artists. So I'm looking forward to that one. And you saw the 2 new logos. So what'd you guys think?
Yeah, I liked it. I saw that it was green. The one thing I liked, the one thing I changed, if anything, would probably just to match them up with the old color, if possible.
Yeah. So,
but overall, I think it was sort of close to the one I was able to use for that WandaVision.
Right. Yeah, it was.
I was like, yeah, that works. That looks like it fits.
And then if you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Our channel's the same. We just have a total of 3 new shows now. So subscribe and comment and all that stuff.
We're just finding new stuff to react to, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna make some new shirts.
Hell yeah.
That merch.
Should we do a quick spoiler-free recap and then give the people a hey, jump here if you already know what's up?
Or I don't know. If you're on the video, I'm assuming you've seen up to episode 7, so you know why you're here, right?
Put a stamp in there. Spoilers.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The spoilers start now. Wow, I can't believe they killed off Wanda and cut off her head. That was crazy. There was blood.
Dude, unbelievable. Vision just going insane and killing the whole neighborhood.
It was nuts.
The children.
No, but for real. A lot happened.
A lot.
Obviously in 7 episodes. And for most of them, you're kind of in the dark. You're like, what's going on here? I don't think it's till episode 4 until we're oh, okay, we see what's going on outside Wanda's little quarantine bubble. The Hex, that's what they're calling it.
So if there's 7 episodes right now, so there's going to be 9 total. Is each episode, it's a different decade. So it started episode 1 was the 50s, right? And then 2 60s and so on. So we're now in the 10s.
Yeah, we're in the 2010s because it was that. It was that really Modern Family style take of just of that
did you
more
like that?
modern time. I did. I liked the episode. Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I think I watched Modern Family back in the day, the first few seasons, and then I just stopped watching the show.
I'm watching it now because they're on Peacock.
Oh, gotcha. I wanted to mention too, Paul. I don't know if you've been watching since the beginning of the show when it came out. But I've been watching since like pretty much like the beginning when I was like, oh yeah, that's right. I do have. I forgot all about it till we were doing like some of those like some of our earlier recap reaction episodes.
Yeah.
So like I was pretty much just ready for it. But Dom, I know you recently just went through like literally. I think you watched one episode Friday, and then you burned through the rest on a Saturday. So like, since these are all fresh in your mind, like what did you think about the show? Because you told me in the beginning. I think everyone pretty much was like, what's going on here? Because it was the 50s that had that like, that obviously like, you know, like 50s like sitcom style show where like everybody was just asking like, well, what's going on? Like how is Vision back and why are they in the 50s and why is it all black and white? And then like all of a sudden she starts hearing these voices from the outside. So like things slowly are starting to unravel in this world. But yeah, because these are fresh in your mind, I guess, what did you think?
Well, see, when we watched that trailer a few months ago, I was already confused as to probably we all were confused because we knew Thanos killed Vision and he was not coming back.
Twice.
He's gone. Yeah, twice. The second time was brutal. So yeah, I was like, what's going on? And then the trailer made it seem like, it was going through all the different decades, which I understood, but again, you're like, why? Why does this matter? So the first episode I watched Friday and it had that very 50s-esque vibe, and they did a good job with each decade, making it seem like you're watching it in that time era.
Yeah.
And each episode started to make more sense. I was just still kind of like, this is just so confusing. And at times I'm just like, what is happening? So, but when I watched all the rest, like all of the 6 more episodes Saturday, if you watch all of it together, it's kind of just like one big movie, it feels like. And I was able to understand more of it. But I did like were the ads that played. I thought those were pretty neat. And then probably my favorite episode so far was episode 6 for the Halloween one.
Yeah.
That really seemed like you were watching, like, this series came out in the 2000s. That was probably their best work.
Yeah, like that whole that whole Halloween themed episode and everything. It really felt like we were like back 10, 15 years ago watching like that another show's Halloween episode.
But I think to be specific though, I looked and I paused. I'm like, wait a second. They're walking around in their town in Westview, I think. And at the movie theater, there was 2 movies playing, The Incredibles and Parent Trap. So Parent Trap obviously was just, it was like just being shown for something fun. So if it was in the 2000s and The Incredibles was out, then that had to take place in 2004.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be re-showing that movie like already, soon.
I don't know if that I didn't look too further into that, like if that was supposed to be an exact like specific day, because I don't know I think Parent Trap was an 80s movie and then it got remade. Didn't it get remade in the 2000s? So like I don't know if it was supposed to be. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think there was supposed to be a specific time. So I think like it felt like it fit because everyone's trapped in the town. So I felt like Parent Trap makes sense. And then obviously, with the Incredibles, Wanda and Vision are the superhero parents, and then
now they have the kids are superheroes now too. They got the power.
Exactly. And good old Uncle Pietro.
Yeah.
Spoiler. It's not the same guy from Marvel.
Yeah.
But technically, he's not Quicksilver at all, right?
Right.
Yeah. So like. And I guess like in recapping with episode 7, from what we learned, obviously if you didn't make it to the end of that episode and you're just here watching this video, I don't know what you're doing, but
but stop right now, go watch it, come back.
It was Agatha all along.
Who's been messing up everything? It's been Agatha all along.
She was pretty much behind it. She for most of the season was Wanda's neighbor, who always happened to be appearing in. I've kept seeing her like in a whole bunch of like other videos where people are like wondering if she's Agatha Harkness, like the witch from the comics. Like I don't know much about the character until like people started mentioning that. So I was like, I mean, if that's where it ends up being, then even more awesome, Yeah. So but yeah, I thought it was great that it was like that build up and reveal that she is that villain, and I guess like I'm wondering too, like how much of an involvement she also has in the town, because it seems like on some level maybe she was an unknown person to Wanda that helped her create this whole mess, because even at times she's still like, I really don't know how this all sort of happened unless that was just a lie this whole time. But it seems like she's somehow also involved in that whole manipulation of Wanda getting things back in the town.
Yeah,
with all that.
From what I understand, it looked like Wanda had made this whole town for herself, and then Agnes somehow was like, "Oh, what's going on over here?" She kind of like popped into her own little perfect world and inserted herself, and she's just been manipulating her from the start. From the comics, I will never claim to be like very knowledgeable about this, but I think Agatha like eats children.
What the hell did you just say?
Or like she like consumes their souls to keep herself like young or something like that.
What?
Nice.
So
little child cannibalism.
Yeah.
Marvel, what are you doing?
For like the longest time, you're like, where's the other kids? And in the world for like the first couple episodes, there's been theories that the kids in the Halloween episode are like the souls of kids that Agatha has eaten, and that's why she was able to like conjure them pretty much. And the whole thing has been she's been grooming Wanda in order to eat her children and probably get something special out of it, since they're not normal children, they're superpowered children. So I think that's kind of her angle on this whole thing.
I wasn't expecting a whole stop the kids from being eaten thing to be how WandaVision ends. That's going to be the case.
I did hear, with this whole Agatha or Agnes character, but I sent over a video to Herbie. I'll send it to you, Paul. But it kind of gives a background of like her origin story. And apparently, I'll put the video on here too, guys, like for everybody watching. So
link down below in the description.
Yeah,
right.
Apparently, this character used to be a Fantastic Four member.
Oh,
this witch, and then they cast her out. Maybe she went bad or something, and they were trying to. They hung her like to kill her, like like a witch hanging or whatever they did.
Yeah.
And then she died, but she was able to put her soul into different people. So people are saying like maybe she did that to Wanda now, and then something else happened, and then now we see her like in her true form. But
right.
Another person said like these next two episodes are the final battle, probably in the last episode, it's gonna just be like full CGI and like just fights nonstop. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but I just want to see like Vision kick ass.
Yeah.
Their final episode cost $50 million.
So yeah, there might be we'll see a little bit of CGI coming.
Nice. I'm wondering. I don't think Vision's gonna be able to make it out of the town.
Poor guy.
We saw, I think it was episode 6 before this episode, where he was crawling. He was outside of the hex, but he was like slowly disintegrating. Yeah. So I really think he's only able to live within the hex. So I don't think we'll see him. So like, but hopefully,
because technically
maybe through some magic he's able to actually make it into the real world. But other than that, I think it's gonna be that's where they're gonna reside.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just been like his dead husk of a body put into the hex, and then Wanda kind of like fills him like with her magic to make him alive, and like he does know who she is, but he said he doesn't remember anything. Like he doesn't remember anything before that, and
like he just woke up in the 50s to a black and white world.
Yeah, but like he still knows who Wanda is. He's like, we're together.
Does he have like a new power now that? He later on in the episodes, he like did this to people and they kind of woke up and, they were saying like, help me, I'm trapped. And then he touched them again and they went back to, they were like in a cult.
Yeah. I don't know. Has that been addressed in any of the movies? Have you seen him do anything like that?
I mean, he's never done that.
Yeah, like, because at most he's gone through walls. He's like shot the beam from his forehead.
Right.
And, obviously he can fly. I think that would be a new power that we've seen in the series, but maybe like, I think it only worked obviously too in that case because these people are in the hex and their minds are being manipulated. So
right. I mean,
he does never had that ability in the comics or in the other movies, but
he does have the soul stone in his head, or he used to until it got ripped out. But maybe it's like he's connecting to their souls somehow, and I don't know, like maybe that is how he's doing it. Like we've never seen him, or correct us if we're wrong. I don't remember him doing that in any of the movies.
I'm pretty sure Marvel's not going to be too far off going, yes, the soul stone connects to people's souls. That's exactly it.
Right. Yeah.
That sounds very, very comic book explanation-y. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Speaking of these Infinity Stones, I was just scrolling through Facebook or YouTube, and there was a video. I didn't watch it yet, but it said that the Infinity Stones could be like all the different ads we've seen so far could be just reminiscing like the different Infinity Stones. I didn't watch it, but I'm like, okay, that's a interesting theory.
Sure. Yeah.
Because there's 6, there's not 7, so I don't think we saw an ad in. No, we did. So yeah, I don't know.
I don't think they're related to the stone. I mean, if they are on a deeper level, and that's interesting. But like, yeah, I just thought they were sort of like these little fun little quirky adverts that like you know that had some like hidden meaning to the story. Because I remember
Easter eggs.
I think it was like episode 5 where it was like there was that spill of like some red juice and getting wiped up. So like it was like, to me, it just reminded me of like Wanda's powers being used, like how that red glow shows up around her whenever she does stuff. And I think it was named Lagos, which was the town that she had that explosion in that she had caused.
And then some stuff was made by Hydra.
Right. Yeah.
And then something was made by Tony Stark's dad, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But with the intros, you know, with the different intros to the different decades, what was your guys' favorite one that seemed like they nailed it, or it was just like a total they just copied it with their own, you know, with their own scenes?
I really love the Agatha reveal title. I love that she got. I really loved at the end that she got her own theme song.
It's been Agatha all night long. She's insidious.
Yeah.
I just loved it even more. Because it was just like a funny closer to me. Like, I really love that one. But aside from the Agatha one, I think I really liked probably like the same one from the beginning of like that same 107 episode.
Yeah, me too.
For like that modern, like that newer Modern Family, like Office-y style.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was Office style.
Yeah, it sort of reminded me of that too, like a little bit.
Kind of sounded like it a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm sure they played around with like some of the music there to like give us a little friendly little tune here and there.
That was 100% what they were going for.
Yeah.
Then I heard the one before that for like the 2000s was kind of like a Malcolm in the Middle knockoff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I never watched that show.
No, that was spot on, because he was like talking to the camera and like filming it, and he's like, yeah, so this was going on. And he's like, Mom's been kind of crazy lately. And like Frankie Muniz would always be like, yeah, my family's going crazy in Malcolm in the Middle.
But I do think they ripped off what in the 80s or the 90s episode that was totally just like Full House.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't one of them like a Full House-esque theme, like the second or third episode?
They were like running to the park. It's like the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I really like that. I'm wondering what they're gonna do like now. If it's gonna just be like more hero-y type, or if they're gonna like spoof another series, because we are getting close, obviously, to this current modern time.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, like, maybe they're gonna get super serious on the last one.
That's what I'm thinking.
So are we stuck? Like, I don't think they're gonna go like the episode 8's gonna be the 20s and 9's gonna be the 30s. So I think we're just now like just in the present.
Yeah, with the way things are going right now, with everything starting to become more clear and unravel, it seems like we're pretty much now reaching the current time. So I don't think it'll change much.
Since Agatha has shown herself, then the illusion is pretty much gone, right? It's like we know what's going on, and it's no longer this like happy, like kind of like family sitcom TV show thing going on. Stuff just got real, pretty much.
I tell you, the guy that plays Vision, Paul Bettany, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I really the whole him and Darcy like trying to investigate what's going on, and like I really love that whole like how everyone because obviously if you saw last episode, for those who haven't, or if you have, the Hex expanded, so a lot of those SHIELD agents were pretty much all like circus performers and artists and stuff like that for the circus. So I really love that.
Yeah.
And I love that Darcy was like stuck as the escape artist, and she got her revenge on the guy. I think the guy she hit in that episode was the same guy in one of the earlier ones who like didn't want to get her coffee.
Yeah, or
Just
something like that.
She was able to just like sock him a good one.
Yeah.
But I really love that whole like when like with Vision and Darcy just trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
Really great. I loved his interview moment too. Later in the episode,
he's like, "Why am I doing this? I should be. How did I get here?
Exactly.
Why am I even talking to you?"
Off.
Yeah, he's like, "I gotta go."
What am I doing here? Sitting, talking to you? When this is absurd. I need to get my life.
I was watching that and I was like, so how does this work? Like in this little bit of reality, like is he in there and then does he just get out of the van and sit down and do his little side interview, or is it all in their heads?
Going back to what I thought this was going to be about, I thought this was going to be this was all like in Wanda's head, because there was all those different snaps that happened. Thanos snapped in Infinity War. We knew what happened. Hulk snapped to get everybody back. So that was 2. And then Stark did the snap again to get rid of all the bad guys. Right. So I thought it was going to have some lasting impression on the world. But again, we thought when the sword people, which is now like the new Shield, right?
Yeah, shield the sword and the shield. Yeah.
When that guy was saying, Wanda was doing this because she was lonely, she didn't want to leave because she created this just to not feel lonely anymore and to have Vision back. Mm-hmm. When he, and then we saw the security footage where she came in and like stole his body. But then, it wasn't her. Maybe it was half her, but it was Agatha doing it.
Maybe.
I'm wondering if that was like hard. I really wish that we had gotten to see like a better shot of that, because I think they showed just a security clip, and then in the trailers we saw what was supposed to be. I think that was supposed to be the end credit scene in Endgame. They were saying her breaking Vision out of that whole facility. But instead they just kept it for the show, and then I thought we were going to see like that whole like break-in happen instead of just the security footage. Maybe we'll see that footage in one of these upcoming episodes. I'm wondering how much of a badass Monica's going to turn out to be in the.
Yeah, I was just going to bring her up
because now she has powers. Now she's like, I guess her hero name is Photon.
Yeah. And now we're getting
one of her aliases.
We're kind of hero names. We're kind of getting to like the less known like Marvel characters. See, they were really smart. Over a decade ago, they're like, yeah, we'll get like Iron Man, Hulk, like Spider-Man, like all these people. And now they have like all these third party like heroes and villains. It's like you don't really know about them too much, but it makes you want to go look it up, and so you know what's going on. It's very like it's brilliant and very sneaky. It's like, yeah, we're gonna introduce this character, and like people don't know who that is, and they're like, okay, let's try to do some research. Like, oh, okay, so I know what's going on here now, and it's kind of like they get more exposure to their TV medium and like throw back to the comics, So
do we know like the powers that Monica or Photon do? Like what are her powers?
I think they're supposed to be.
I just know her eyes are blue.
Yeah, like Captain Marvel-esque. I don't think she's as strong, but I think she has like similar powers to Captain Marvel, which makes sense since she was since her mom was like best friends with Carol Danvers.
I looked it up right now. It says some of Monica's powers as Photon include obviously her eyes glow blue. It says she can fly, which we got a little snippet of when she had like that little hero landing when Wanda attacked her in the episode. She can throw energy blasts. She can change her appearance, which includes becoming invisible.
Really?
Ooh.
And she can see the far more of the natural forces around her. So I think that was why she was able. Like, I think that's why when she first got in there, like everything looked different to her. She was able to see, I guess, what is really there. So I think that may be what is actually there. But obviously, to the rest of the humans, they just see the regular old town.
Right. Yeah.
So she's able to see more of that hexagonal energy.
Yeah.
Is this Marvel's version of like toxic or acid chemicals? Just fall in there and you'll get powers, where anybody can just go through this force shields and then they'll get powers if they go back and forth.
It's the getting bit by a radioactive spider, same deal thing going on. Yeah.
I think she's gonna be a badass by the end of it. It seems like she may be like the one to help Wanda, because I'm guessing because now that they're both in the basement of Agatha's basement, I think Yeah, she's what was it in that mid-trailer scene, in that mid-credit scene that we got from this last episode? She does find the outside
hatch,
hatch to it. She does get stopped by Pietro, or evil clone Pietro, I guess you could say.
Right. Yeah. So who is that, man?
Like I'm guessing it is some sort of evil version of the Pietro from obviously the X-Men series, but I'm guessing this might be how they introduced the multiverse, and that could be some sort of evil version maybe of him that was maybe manipulated by Agatha.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
People have always also said that he could be either Agatha's husband or her son, like conjured up. But yeah.
Yeah, the son. Sure. Do you remember what? If I don't know, I sent you that video, but I don't know if Paul's seen anything. The son's name was.
No, I don't remember. I remember seeing it, but I do not remember.
It was. I think in that thing I watched, it was Nicholas Scratch. But then, so right. The bunny, the rabbit, she had was Senior Scratchy.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was just a little fun thing, or does he, is he, because he was like a magician type character, I think.
Right. Always assume there's a deeper meaning. They don't just throw things in there just for fan service. No, everything means something.
So then what was the deal with the pelican thing?
The pelican? Like the stork?
Stork, sorry.
Isn't that from when a couple episodes before when she had the baby, like the stork was around? Right?
I think that had to do something. I think that had a deeper meaning related to Agatha's powers or something like that. I saw it. I remember seeing something in a different video where they would break it down some Easter eggs, and they had mentioned something about that bird having a deeper meaning.
So you guys got any predictions for next week?
Yeah, I think Monica and Pietro are going to be led down into the basement with them. So I think we're going to have those four characters together, and more than likely get more exposition into how things ended up with Agatha and all that, and maybe more explanation on who this Pietro is.
Yeah, she'll monologue. She'll definitely monologue.
I'm hoping we get another Agatha intro for the next episode. A little bit more backstory on her.
Wasn't it called like Agatha All Along?
It was Agatha All Along. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm thinking Monica's maybe gonna know more of her powers too, like in some sort of struggle. If she's gonna either blast someone in the face or something, and just blast Pietro out of the house. Find out she's been superheroized.
Right, superheroized.
Aha. Other than that, no. Maybe the kids are gonna save the day. Who knows? Maybe we find out they're the badasses all along. It's the kids who are the future. Young Avengers, baby.
It's actually gonna be Jimmy Woo. That's his name, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna save the day. Trust me.
I love it. I love his character.
Yeah.
They might make a spin-off of that character.
I'd be all for it.
Disney Plus.
I'd be all for it.
That'd be interesting because he only works for the FBI, but not really like anything like, I don't know, supernatural.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Like S.H.I.E.L.D. was.
He's just the average guy. He just hangs out with superheroes and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he just gets coffee.
Or he could be like the new version of
Coulson. You think he's gonna be next Coulson?
Yeah, Phil Coulson.
That'd be great.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, I forgot all about that show.
Yeah, because he said his boss. I was like, Nick Fury didn't have no boss. Fuck.
Hey, this guy's boss.
Nick Fury was the boss.
What are we talking about?
I think you're about to tell us your prediction for next week, Dom.
Yeah, what are your guys' predictions?
I think Vision's going to save the day. Like I said, I think Jimmy Woo is going to do something because that's what Jimmy Woo does. I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I was hoping. Yeah. Agatha will just kill everybody and then it's just her show.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, there we go.
All right, cool.
No WandaVision for nothing else. This is the end.
It's Agatha Vision.
Agatha Vision. There we go. She takes over.
What I did hear was the next two episodes are definitely going to tie into Doctor Strange.
Because this multiverse madness.
Yeah, I didn't hear that the Falcon, the Winter Soldier, or Loki. It could be Loki, but I didn't hear that these were gonna all tie in, except for WandaVision and Doctor Strange, because this is getting to that multiverse, and that's what Doctor Strange is going to be about. So,
right,
I'm hoping in episode 8 or 9 of WandaVision, probably 9, like the post-credit scene could just be, we see like the cape of Doctor Strange, and we're like, okay, yeah, we know what's coming, or we just see something.
We see a portal opens up, and
that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah.
And then a wheelchair comes out, followed by the guy with a cape, and it's the boys, it's the homies, Charles Xavier and Magneto.
Speaking of, good point, Hurt. Did you see that on YouTube? I don't know if it's fake, but some people have like episode 8 spoilers, and it was Magneto, and I don't know who he was, but he was like, he did this, and he was like, Vision was coming towards him because Vision's made out of vibranium.
Yeah, interesting. I did not see none of that. I'm curious.
And we're thinking
about it,
Magneto was Wanda's father.
Well, yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, I think within the X-Men universe, Magneto is the father of Wanda and Pietro, so that would make sense. But remember, that's X-Men. This is where it gets all weird and multiversey. Within our current Marvel, Wanda and Pietro's parents died years ago during the Sokovia, some sort of attacks there when they were kids. So I'm guessing somehow maybe WandaVision from the X-Men universe is the same, and that's why he's like, hey, you're my daughter, aren't you? Magneto just comes into the wrong universe. He's like, hey.
The wrong universe.
Why are my kids fighting?
I mean, do you think they did this on purpose, or did they try reaching out to Aaron Tyler Johnson, who played Quicksilver in Age of Ultron, and he didn't want to do it, so then they cast the dude from X-Men, and then they brought up like, oh, we could just do a multiverse thing.
I think it was partly done on, I think this was slightly intentional because it has been since Age of Ultron that we saw Pietro. And obviously, like, a lot more people have liked Evan Peters as Quicksilver, especially with his 2 big slow-mo action scenes in the movies.
Those are so nice.
So I think he was just the safer bet. I mean, and it made sense too if they're going to go multiverse route. He would be the Pietro from another universe, so it made sense to me when the surprise appearance of our fake Pietro popped up.
Or they can just bring the other guy back to life, and he's really him because this Pietro isn't really him now.
Right, yeah.
I'd like to see him return, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I know, yeah.
If it does,
damn it, Ultron.
I know.
Anyway.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, no, yeah.
Do you think now, like what I said, right, with Agatha's character being part of the Fantastic Four, are we going to be getting that? Because a lot of people want John Krasinski to play, Mr. Fantastic, and they were like all these other. Somebody else said Jennifer Lawrence wanted to do Sue Storm, and
yeah, I think it was just recently announced that Jennifer Lawrence is Sue Storm. I think today I saw like an announcement of that she is officially going to be Sue Storm or wants to be Sue Storm.
Oh,
but is this a Fantastic Four like reboot, or is this going to be part of?
No, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think the announcement that I saw today was supposed to be for the movie. So yeah, unless they already did cast someone from the Fantastic Four and they are going to pop up, that'd be even awesome. But yeah, I think at this point it's still not really a for sure thing if we're going to see them now. I don't think we'll see them pop up basically.
This is going back to episode 6 or that Halloween episode, but I did think that was pretty cool when all their outfits were like from the comics.
Yeah. They're Wanda's Scarlet Witch Halloween costume and then Vision's Vision costume.
Yeah,
I thought they were like it was like great little like low budget homage. It reminded me of just like the live action stuff from like the '60s where it was literally spandex and stuff like that. I was like that'd be we don't see heroes like that today because they look funny, but it's fun to see them in that style for live action. I liked it.
So, we're recapping our WandaVision episode 7 and so forth. So, episode 8 comes out this Friday, and 9, I take it, comes out the week after. And we're really hoping we're going to get a nice final boss fight at the end, or Agatha's going down.
Right. Yeah.
It's either gonna last the whole episode or the last 2 minutes.
Right.
Right.
Of that giant boss battle.
I'm just wondering if any, because in that video, I also heard like she can conjure up different people. So I think that's why she took Billy and Tommy, and she took Wanda, and she was like trying to summon some other big bad villain.
Yeah, I think
Mephisto or something.
Yeah, I've kept seeing on other videos that like Mephisto may pop off, or he's a character related to Agatha and all this stuff with Wanda. So like maybe either him
or Nightmare. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, that other character, Nightmare. Yeah, I don't know who that character is. I have
unless those, there's Mephisto and Nightmare. Unless that's like that video was telling us that Billy and Tommy are those two people. Because we knew they can just grow, Yeah. I think Agatha did that, right? She just made them grow.
Well, I don't know if we know that was Agatha or Wanda. I don't, because Wanda didn't really have control over that, so that may have been partly Agatha.
I thought they did it on their own. Didn't they just do it on their own? Because they're like, you need to be at least 10. They're like, okay, well, now we're 10.
Did each other.
That's right. They somehow have control and knowledge of their powers and are able to make themselves grow. So yeah.
And right away though,
I don't know. At this point, it seems like I don't even know who's manipulating who or who's the real sorcerer. Maybe we'll find out Doctor Strange was just testing out some new powers and just made this take so long.
Because in that episode 4 or 5, when Agatha came over there and they were babies and Wanda couldn't get them, stop crying, and then she did something and then she was like, where are they? And then Agatha was sitting at the counter and all of a sudden they were like 4. She didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Oh, she noticed.
No, I know. I mean, I played it off like she didn't notice. That was our take with WandaVision so far. So we hope you enjoy. Herbie and Paul gave us their thoughts, and I gave you my thoughts. So episodes 8 and 9 coming your way. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I believe, is the next Disney show, and then Loki after that. So, which between those two, which one are you guys looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Loki, straight up. This makes me want more more universe, like wackiness stuff, and I think Loki will deliver.
Yeah,
right.
Because that whole show is going to take place like with Loki from the first Avengers, so which was the bad Loki, the evil Loki that we all fell in love with. So I'm very happy to see. I'm very excited to see his bad guy antics as he travels around the universe.
Right. Yeah.
And see, that's another show too. It's going to be like heavily about different universes and multiverses. So is that going to tie into WandaVision or Doctor Strange?
Eventually, doesn't it all come together?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the Loki from the Avengers is like, hey, let me just go forward in time, and he's like, how am I dead? But I'm here. I don't know. Maybe he goes to his own gravesite. Did he have a gravesite? No, he got blown up by Thanos in space, so he's out there floating. He's out there floating somewhere.
But I was thinking, Marvel probably was thinking of doing TV shows all along, except for they did all the big budget movies, and then they did Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I never watched that. And then they were doing all those other Marvel ones on Netflix, like the Daredevil and Luke Cage. And I never watched those either. But now with Disney Plus, I think they were going to do this like regardless. I mean, it has nothing to do with COVID, obviously. They're just doing this, so we can watch something like each week.
Right. Yeah. It's all part of the plan.
Because it's all part of the plan.
Now they're keeping us excited and keeping us on that subscription by doing it 1 week at a time.
Yeah, I mean, between you and Herbie and Paul, I mean, what do you like? Do you like when a season comes out all together like Netflix, or when it comes out weekly like Disney Plus?
Definitely when it comes out all together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like I don't think there's been a show that maybe there has been in the past of like 1 or 2 shows that I've burned through that new season, but I'm always able to space it out in like an episode or 2, like a day or something like that, one a night. So I'll go through it in like 2-3 weeks. Yeah. I'll have finished it like on my own pace. It's like knowing it's there. But yeah, like I think it's sort of interesting like now that they're sort of doing this kind of style of how TV used to be before streaming. Or you would have to wait for the next week.
But The Mandalorian, by the time I watched the first season and season 2, like I wasn't watching it weekly. I kind of just waited until they were all out. And it just makes better sense, just like what I did with WandaVision. Because I think 7 came out like that Friday, and then I just watched them all Saturday. So
yeah, definitely like it when they all come out.
Because then you can lose your memory. Like what happened a week ago? I forgot. I mean, they do the recap, but still.
Yeah.
Comment what you guys think, and like and subscribe. And it's just going to be full of pictures and movies, clips for you guys. We hope you've been watching us because we're expanding. Like I said, we got a music video series, and the one we just did right now. Well, we're going to recap different TV shows that we've all three have seen. So we're going to be switching it over to music video series, starting with band Greta Van Fleet. So thanks for watching, and stay tuned because that's coming up right now.